Owing to several prevalent myths on the topic, vaccination has become a very delicate topic in the Somali-dominated region. The Somali region comes off as a sort of chieftaincy, only that their leaders are the religious leaders and their word is nothing short of gold. Despite the mass incorporation of the internet where information is readily and freely available, the Somali society is a very religious clique. Therefore, they find the words of their religious leaders more credible. This made the education of the community religious leaders, both sheikhs and pastors alike, a vital agenda. Concerns on the HPV vaccine and why it mostly targeted girls from the ages 10 to 14 were raised. The leaders feared that the apparent conclusion of the general society will be that the HPV vaccine is meant to prevent the girls from giving birth. But that is not the case.
And HPV and vaccine is actually introduced in this county in 2019, and this was targeting girls 9 to 14 years, and this was actually instated because of cervical cancer is the second most common cancer and the leading cause of cancer death in this country and globally. And because of this, one of the key preventive measures is enhancing the uptake of HPV vaccine for those age group, because before their first sexual debut, so this as a means of protecting them. And however, during that time, when it was being introduced, we have encountered some challenges, particularly the issue of a religious advisory, which was given across the county. And this has really led a lot of resistance, a lot of the vaccine hesitancy. and then because of a lot of rumors, a lot of myth and misconceptions which were speculated to the community, it has led a lot of resistance and that religious advisory. And this is one community that anything said in the mosque is the final.
Before a vaccine is rolled out for consumption, it undergoes critical examination to ensure it is safe enough. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, these are the general steps taken during the development of a new vaccine. The first step is research and discovery. In this early stage of vaccine development, researchers exhaustively explore their idea for a potential vaccine. Then the development process, which often takes 10 to 15 years of lab research, begins. They then hop on to the next step, which is the proof of concept. In this step, researchers study the vaccine's ability to cause an immune response with small animals like mice. At this stage, researchers may adjust the vaccine to make it more effective. Next, the vaccine enters a clinical development stage, which is also called a clinical trial. To do this, researchers submit an investigational new drug (IND) application to the Food and Drug Administration's FDA's Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research, which includes data from animal studies, information on manufacturing technology, and the quality of the vaccine. The clinical development stage is a 3-phase process, which may include a 4th phase if the vaccine is approved by FDA. During Phase 3 clinical trials, FDA will look at the company's proposed manufacturing process for the vaccine. It will also inspect the vaccine's manufacturing facility to ensure it has everything necessary for reliable and consistent large-scale manufacturing. The manufacturer will then make batches of vaccine called lots, which undergo a series of tests to ensure the vaccine is consistent from lot to lot. And it doesn't stop there. More processes are involved to ensure that the vaccine is 100% credible. Therefore, the HPV vaccine, which has been included by more than 100 countries into their national schedule, cannot cause infertility without being flagged and discontinued by major health organizations.
Human papillomavirus, which means H stands for H stands for? P stands for? P stands for? V stands for?
The HPV virus is the most common sexually transmitted infection, and while some strains may not cause any harm, others could lead to cancer. That is why it is very crucial to ensure that a child is vaccinated against HPV while still young, prior to engaging in any form of sexual contact as adults.
Vaccine. Maxaa la dhahaa? Vaccine. Marka adduweynaha fiiri horumarka gaareen sidoo kale Europe, Mareykan, kansarka hadda annaka na dhibaya Kenya waxa waaye bilcaanta ay u dhamaanayaan waa kansarka makaanka afiisa galay. Number 1. The killer for women in Kenya, number 1 cancer is cancer of the cervix. Number 2 is breast cancer.
Involving and educating the religious leaders and influential headmen in the community proved successful because it is with their help that the intake of the vaccine began almost spontaneously.
Maneno ya leo ambayo tumeletewa na madaktari, mimi nimeanza kusikia jana peke yake. HPV nimesikia jana, ingawa nimeambiwa imekuja mbeleni na watu wamekataa. Mimi nimesikia jana first time, na leo nimeleta wasichana wangu wakatibiwa wakapatiwa chanjo yao.
We were successful in vaccinating a total of 123 girls between the age of 10 to 14 in a span of 2 days. 38 from Garissa Primary, 24 from Iftin Primary School, and 61 from Jaribu Primary School. More sensitization on the issue might be necessary for a wider reach, but hopefully, what the Washanjia team succeeded in achieving in Garissa continues to blossom even further.
Inaitwa HPV. Kenya, tukienda sehemu zingine ya Kenya, watu wamekubali. Wajia wamekubali, Mandera wamekubali, the other parts of the country wamekubali, lakini wataalamu wa afya watatuambia bado sisi watu wa Garissa hatujachukua hiyo chanjo. Na watatuambia sababu.